After a long day of teaching and healing, Jesus went up a hill by himself to pray. He needed some quiet time to talk with God. As the sun set and the evening came, his disciples got into a boat and started to cross the lake, just as Jesus had told them. But as they sailed, the wind picked up. What started as a gentle breeze soon turned into strong gusts that made the waves rise and toss the boat around. The disciples were struggling to keep the boat steady, and the night seemed darker and more threatening by the minute. Hours passed, and the storm showed no sign of letting up. Then, sometime in the early hours of the morning, they saw someone that filled them with fear. There, walking on the water, was a figure coming towards them. In their fear, they cried out, "It's a ghost!" But the figure spoke to them in a calm and reassuring voice. "Don't be afraid. It's me, Jesus." The disciples were still shaken, but they recognized his voice. Peter called out, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you on the water." "Come," Jesus said. Peter, with his heart pounding, stepped out of the boat. To his amazement, he didn't sink. He took a few steps, his eyes fixed on Jesus, and for a moment he was walking on the water too. But then he noticed how strong the wind was and how high the waves were. Fear gripped him, and as soon as he let the fear in, he started to sink. Panicking, he shouted, "Lord, save me!" Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. He pulled Peter up and said, "Why did you doubt, Peter? Where is your faith?" Together, they climbed back into the boat. As soon as they did, the wind stopped and the waves calmed. The sea was smooth again, and the storm was gone. The disciples were in awe. They couldn't believe what they had just seen. They looked at Jesus with new understanding and said, "Truly, you are the Son of God." And as they continued their journey across the peaceful lake, they felt a deep sense of peace, knowing that even in the middle of a storm, Jesus was there to save them.